Hey, Callie, get your carrot. Get your carrot. Get your carrot. Get your carrot. Yeah, clever girl. Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well on this fantastic midweek hump. That's right, baby. It's the midweek hump already. And we've got some meat and potatoes to chew on. But first of all, well, I hope you liked the little bit of a training segment there as it's coming along. I'm getting used to the vegetable side of things with the carrots. But anyway, before we crack on with today's video, I just want to address something. And this is going to be the only time that I address this situation. And that is with regards to the glarer. Now, for those of you who don't know who the glarer is someone who doesn't create content. He talks about other people's content and talks about other people online, and then he requests money for doing so. Obviously, he gets paid ad revenue, but on top of that, the first 4 links in his video descriptions are generally Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. You know, the give me some money, pay me money, and you know, they try and push the people like myself make content, and we walk all over victims for money, for clicks and views and money. But I just want to say this. Now, this channel gets paid ad revenue. We get paid ad revenue over here at, the Harsh Reality channel. But that's all we do. I don't ask for money. In fact, I actively tell people not to donate money. I just got rid of merch. I don't sell stuff. I don't try and sell stuff to make money. I'm not interested in the money. I have ad revenue switched on because that then helps maintain the channel and allows us to donate money to people who need it, or businesses, systems that need it, education. We have donated over £20,000 in the last 18 months. We have sent families on holiday with the money that this channel has generated through its ad revenue. And, these families wouldn't have otherwise been able to go on holidays. I see comments, the £8 sun holidays. No, that's not what we sent them on. But it's none of your business anyway. But my point being is, if you are someone whose content is created by whinging, moaning, and complaining about other people's content, and you're complaining about the topics with which they are talking about, you must understand that you too are making money off of the same origins. You're moaning because of the topic being discussed. So you're on a different rung of the same ladder. And in fact, you're worse because you are actively requesting money for it. Whereas people like myself with a little bit more integrity, we don't ask for money and we actively request that people do not donate. But there you go. You can continue doing your little videos talking about this channel, because this is the last time I will ever comment on a video, talk about you, anything of the sort. You're like lint to me. And that's it. Done. Anyway, Alex Murdaugh. So we did a video yesterday, and it was talking about the fact that new evidence had come to light. Now, there was things being said in the background, and the reason why I didn't go kind of deep into that is because until they released the information publicly, I didn't want to give any credence to information that could, in fact, be irrelevant. And that is regarding the jury tampering. That is what this issue is all about. They are claiming that the jury was tampered with. And I'm going to give you a quick look at kind of what's going on here. So what they're saying is the South Carolina clerk of court, Rebecca Hill, wrote a tell-all about the murder trial. Ms. Hill and co-author Neil R. Gordon published a tell-all book last month titled Behind the Doors of Justice, The Murdaugh Murders, and has revealed details from Alex Murdaugh's high-profile trial. The clerk is being accused by Murdaugh's team of improperly influencing the jury and betraying her oath of office for money and fame. They have filed a motion requesting a new trial on the grounds of jury tampering. Ms. Hill wrote about how she was caught off guard when the jury finished their deliberations after just 3 hours. This was unusual. Most murder trials take some time for the jury to reach a decision, but apparently the jurors were satisfied they would be returning to the courtroom shortly with a verdict. She wrote, "I was caught a bit off guard." She also wrote about how she knew Murdaugh in a professional context for years. Regardless of guilt or innocence, for me, reconciling Alex diametrically opposite roles was troublesome, but not something I would allow to interfere with my sworn duties as a clerk, she wrote in the book. Although I was conflicted about knowing the Murdaugh family and about having so many people watching and listening to me, as I read the verdict, I was mostly concerned about Alex being found innocent when I knew in my heart he was guilty. So, and what they're trying to say is basically this book was on a bit of a time frame. They wanted the book to come out at a certain time and tie it in with the completion of the case. They wanted the court case to have finished prior to this book being released. So she was basically, allegedly, telling the jurors to not be fooled by Alex, not to consider for too long, to just just do what feels right. Just do what feels right. You know he's guilty, so just crack on with it. Don't overthink it. Don't read into it too much. Let's just get it done and get him sold down the river. And that is, you know, in that video I did yesterday, it's very, very clear that some people have some very strong feelings. Now, I personally, the way I look at it is that when I look at this guy, Alex Murdaugh, I see Alex Murdaugh as someone who would pay to get something done. Obviously got money, he's got means, and I feel in my heart that he's not the sort of person who would do the dirty work himself. In fact, I think he would do his utmost to manipulate and conjure up a scenario that would place him far out of the realms of being caught and hire somebody else to do it. If things got to a point where he has got to get rid of his own son and wife, my thoughts that he himself did this crime is not something that I can consolidate at this stage. I can't. Do I think that he could have had something to do with it? I certainly do. I do think that he's got the means, the ability to do it. I just don't think he has the bollocks to do it himself. I see him as a little bit of a weasel, a little bit of a snake, and the sort of person who would know the legal ramifications of getting caught and the possibilities of getting caught and the intricacies of that scene and how that could play out. I just don't know whether he would have had the bollocks to have done it himself. I see him as a bit of a weasel. It's not helped that his own son has come out and basically said he thinks his dad's innocent, but he's a psychopath. That's not really helpful, is it, Buster? But there you go. What happens in families? I can't argue that. But look, all I'm going to say is let's see how this progresses. If this is right, now I do think wholeheartedly that the guy does deserve a new trial. I do. Listening to what some of you said, you made very, very good statements regarding the evidence, and there just didn't seem to be enough to convince everybody. Some people just, like this idiot, I just felt in my heart that he was guilty. It's not about what you feel in your fucking heart, is it? It's what is in proof. It's what can be proven. It's the evidence and what the evidence points to. Now, I could feel that someone's innocent. They could be guilty. I could feel that someone's guilty and they could be innocent. Look at the Casey Anthony case, for fuck's sake. Anyway, let me know down below what you think. Is he going back to trial? Does he deserve to go back to trial? Or is this a done deal? Should we just let sleeping dogs lie? Video 2 later, another Idaho 4 case. We're going to be looking at some of the bits and pieces that Drip Drop covered yesterday and just rolling on from that as we talk about that length of time between sort of 4:18 in the morning and 11:58 in the morning. What was going on? I'll catch you all in the next one.